Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Aarohan Social Innovation Awards, Avishkar Dil Se. Thank you for joining us for this very special evening. My name is Simran Dhaliwal, and I am truly honored to be your host as we celebrate the spirit of social innovation. Aarohan comes from Sanskrit and means ascent or rising, a beautiful symbol of progress, growth, and the journey towards greater heights. Tonight, as we celebrate innovation, we honor those who help our society rise step by step towards a brighter future. It is this spirit of ascent and collective progress that brings us all together this evening. A very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, esteemed jury members, passionate innovators, and friends of the Infosys Foundation. Your presence makes this gathering truly special. As we embark on this inspiring journey together, it is my privilege to invite someone who embodies the heart and vision of Aarohan. Please join me in welcoming Arjun Rajan, the program head of the Aarohan Awards, who will set the stage for this evening by sharing the stories and the spirit that define our celebration.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. It's truly wonderful to have all of you here tonight. And on behalf of Aarohan, I warmly welcome Mrs. Sudha Murthy, former chairperson of our foundation, our trustees, colleagues, friends of the foundation, and most importantly, our finalists, because your presence makes this gathering truly special. Tonight, we honor the destination. But first, I want to explore the starting line, the raw human moment where an idea is born. Picture this: a father in a crowded government hospital, carrying his newborn son who was extremely sick with jaundice. He was running from one nurse to another, unsure where to get help next. This was Prasad Muddam, an IIT alumnus. He could have accepted his fate and moved on, but he didn't let that difficult moment become a barrier for others. Instead, from his urgency and personal struggle, he created Enlight 360, a device that now helps families find critical treatment closer to their home. In a crowded slum in Pimpri Chinchwad, a few sanitation volunteers asked young girls about their daily lives. And one answer was extremely hard to hear. हम 6 बजे के बाद खाना नहीं खाते क्योंकि आसपास टॉयलेट नहीं है. We skip dinner after 6 because there's no toilet nearby. This reality again could have become an obstacle for anyone, but instead it became a call to action for an NGO called Shelter Associates. They mapped homes and began building toilets, bringing back dignity to families, one household at a time. Stories such as these offer a window into the heart of what Aarohan is all about. These two were among the top winners of last year's edition. Innovations born not in labs, but from lived personal experiences, deep empathy, and above all, an unshakable refusal to look away. It was their heart, their compassion, and courage that shaped their decision to innovate. And that's exactly why, tonight, we're here to celebrate those who innovate from the heart. Last edition, when the pandemic was still fresh in our minds, most of the innovations we saw focused on healthcare. People from all over the country recalibrated their efforts to fill urgent gaps. But this edition felt different. We heard from every state in India, all 28 of them, and from innovators across education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability in almost equal measure. This shift signals a broader commitment to building a better and a fairer future. We ran a campaign that reached more than 275 million people, garnered over 620 media mentions, and connected with more than 200 colleges and 10 incubators. But is it all about the numbers? And beyond that, what we are truly struck by is the new partnerships formed and the passion from both youth and seasoned change makers alike who are ready to be part of this journey. Aarohan is building a bridge, a space where bold ideas meet real impact. And tonight, you all stand on that bridge. So as we prepare to watch a film that captures this edition's highlights, I hope the journeys that we all witness together not only inspire you, but also spark a moment of reflection on the impact that each one of us can make. Thank you.
Change doesn't always begin with a big idea. Sometimes it starts with noticing what others overlook, feeling what others feel, and asking, what can I do? That's what it takes to innovate from the heart.
India is home to countless communities, places, challenges, and social innovators today are stepping in with solutions shaped by what they've lived, and more importantly, by the empathy they feel for others. And that's what Innovation from the Heart is really all about.
At Infosys Foundation, we recognize, celebrate, and support these innovations through the Aarohan Social Innovation Awards. Over 3 editions, Aarohan has helped more than 30 social innovations grow, each one making life a little better, a little fairer. In its 4th edition, the journey continued with more voices, more hope, and more heart. And a total prize purse of rupees 2 crores, plus mentorship and incubation to help them go further.
We went into the heart of India, and what came back was incredible. Over 2,065 innovations from all 28 states, and each one rooted in the struggles people face.
30 innovations made it to the shortlist, each one shaped by bold thinking and the courage to solve them. Proof that when empathy guides action, change becomes real, one idea at a time. To choose the winners, our jury looked for 3 things. Is the problem real? Is the solution strong? And is the heart behind it steady?
I mean, the few startups which came today and yesterday showed us the depth of the work and the passion they're bringing in to make the change much more effective, and efficient, at the same time affordable.
The solutions that click the most are the simplest ones, but it is 1% the idea and 99% implementation for success, and that's really what matters.
What's also important is innovation being part of these solutions, use of technology, because all of this will ensure that these solutions are not only scalable, they're accessible, they're affordable.
There's been a range of entries this year across education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. I think the quality has been very high, and I think I've also been very impressed with the diversity of innovation.
And more importantly, we saw the right mix of folks who are doing it primarily for social good. At the same time, there are today social innovators emerging who are running both for-profit and not-for-profit versions of their social enterprise.
For many, Aarohan is a turning point, a moment when belief meets support.
Aarohan is just the beginning. We'll walk with our winners, help them scale, and achieve what they set out to accomplish.
Infosys Foundation believes in technology with purpose and in people who care deeply. Aarohan lifts those voices and helps them reach the last mile where change truly matters.
Wow, that was a beautiful capture of the entire process that led to tonight. I have goosebumps, and I'm sure so do a lot of you. Thank you so much, Arjun, for setting the stage for an evening of inspiration. Continuing on that note, it's time to hear from someone whose work truly embodies the spirit of social innovation. I'm delighted to welcome Manisha Sabu, head of Infosys Foundation, as she shares her thoughts on amplifying human potential through social innovation. Welcome, Manisha.
Good evening. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to the Aarohan Social Innovation Awards ceremony, a truly special evening where we celebrate the very best of India's innovation spirit, compassion, and relentless pursuit for a better world. Doctors told Prasad that his newborn has a jaundice and has to be shifted to the pediatric hospital. You heard Arjun speak about it. This was a heart-wrenching experience for the family. 60% of the newborns have jaundice, and jaundice is a silent killer when it comes to the newborns. So it's very, very difficult for the family. But where normal human beings see problems and hurdles, the innovators see a staircase. Prasad built an intelligent device, which you saw previously, which delivered customized phototherapy even in the most remote area and won the Aarohan Award last year. Since then, this device has saved thousands of lives of newborn and helped ensuring equitable neonatal care. Innovation is the way of life for us at Infosys, and it is natural for us to encourage innovation at grassroots level to cater to the most pertinent issues in the society. We did this by instituting Aarohan Award in 2018 under the guidance of Sudha Murthy Madam. The vision was to ensure that the groundbreaking ideas receive a platform and the resources they deserve. Today, we gather here to celebrate 4th edition of the Aarohan Award. To our finalists and winners, you are not just innovators, you are torchbearers. You have shown that innovation isn't just nurtured in the high-tech labs, but it is about deep empathy and deep understanding of the human nature. You work to prove a single, powerful idea driven by purpose can become a movement. To our esteemed guests, partners, juries, and supporters, thank you for being part of this ecosystem. You are the wind beneath the wings of the innovators. As we move forward into the evening, let us be inspired by the stories we hear. Let their achievements remind all of us that most meaningful progress is always driven by a will to serve others. So, let's begin. Welcome once again to Aarohan Awards. Let the celebration commence. Thank you.
Thank you, Manisha, for your insightful words and reminding us how social innovation amplifies human potential. To carry forward that spirit of possibility, we now turn to a performance that truly transcends boundaries and redefines what talent and determination can achieve. Presenting We Are One, an extraordinary troupe that proves art knows no limits. Founded by Mr. Husnain, a professional wheelchair classical dancer, this all-women troupe, most of whom are hearing impaired, has graced stages in over 15 countries and featured on iconic platforms like Dance India Dance, India's Got Talent, and Satyamev Jayate. Their accolades include the Amravati National Award, Dance India Magazine Award, Shaurya Achiever Award, Women Entrepreneurship Award, India Pride Award, and even a Guinness World Record. Their message is powerful. They seek not mercy but opportunity. Everyone, please put your hands together to welcome We Are One. Ladies and gentlemen, keep the applause coming. This is an all-women troupe, most of whom are hearing impaired. Let's give them a huge round of applause. Yep. Thank you. Thank you to the entire troupe for their breathtaking performance and for reminding us that passion and talent know no limits. One more time. Let's do that. Hands in the air. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hussain. With that, it's now time for a conversation that promises to spark new ideas and perspectives. I would like to invite Sumit Virmani, trustee, Infosys Foundation, and a jury member of Aarohan since its first edition, along with Mrs. Sudha Murthy, author, philanthropist, and former chairperson of the Infosys Foundation, whose compassion and leadership have inspired countless change makers across the country. Welcome, Sumit and Mrs. Murthy.
Well, good evening, everyone. First of all, welcome to this incredible evening where we're here to actually celebrate this year's Aarohan Innovation Awards winners. But like Simran mentioned, I'm incredibly delighted to have someone amongst us who is not just India's well-known philanthropist, who's not just India's famous author, who's not just an incredible member of parliament, but who is actually the founding thought behind Infosys Foundation, which she served as a chairperson for over 25 years, and more importantly, the person who conceptualized what we today celebrate as the Aarohan Social Innovation Awards. So please give Mrs. Murthy a big round of applause. For several great ideas, but thank you, Mrs. Murthy, for giving us Aarohan. So glad we're sitting here 7 years later, and my first question to you is exactly that. 7 years ago, what sparked the idea of Aarohan, and more importantly, looking at it 7 years later, has it lived up to your expectations?
Good evening to everyone. Actually, to great extent, Sumit is also responsible for that, because one day we were discussing, in our Nerlu office. I said, Sumit, when any social changes happen, people don't remember the person who has made that. Any social entrepreneur brings a product, we use it without even thanking that person. For example, because his name is Sumit, I remember, I don't know if Sumit remembers or not, there's a Sumit grinding machine was there. I told you on your name, there's a grinding machine, which I used when I was a young girl. In all South Indian house, we use the grinding machine to make dosa atta. And every time I used to grind that one, use that machine, I used to think, who is the person who found out this? Whose product was this? Who was the social entrepreneur who found out this project which made all women's life easy and comfortable? But we don't remember, but we eat dosa and idli every day. So I told Sumit, we should have something. Number one, we have to, you have to respect that person who is trying. We have to give them a helping hand, and we should recognize them. Because there are many people who are trying. It could be a pad man. It could be like an incubator you saw. It could be the mapping of the toilets. It could be hearing aid, something like that kind. There are many are there which are so useful, increases our efficiency, reduces our anxiety, but we don't even recognize and help them. And that day, we thought about it, and then after a week, I came back and told we should have something which Infosys Foundation do. The result of that was Infosys Foundation Aarohan Dil Se. So this is because it's connected with the heart.
So it stayed Dil Se for sure. 4 years later, having seen so many journey of so many innovators, you felt we'll reach this size and scale of Aarohan becoming one of the foremost platforms for social innovators in the country?
Of course, I feel I'm very proud about that. Your increased money to 2 crore, that made me very happy, because money is essential in innovation. And you can see a lot more products, different type of juries. because you can't have the same juries for many years. You have to change juries, their ideas. And today, probably you are one of the famous foundation where you have a social entrepreneurship like this and a competition which I have not seen with many organizations. So that way I feel it has come in a very good way and shaped in a national level. I hope it will be international level like Davos one day, you know.
Coming from you, we'll take a pat on the back for now, before we start thinking global. Before I ask you the next question, I want you to see a little clip. Can we play the clip, please?
2011, my son was born. He had epilepsy. He was looking for a solution that could give us prediction before his seizure struck. Since I couldn't find anything, I ended up creating something of my own.
My elder sister, who is very close to me, then she was a diabetic patient, and she lost her vision due to diabetic retinopathy. And doctors couldn't do much about it. So that started me thinking, what can we do?
There was an incident in our family where I lost my niece. She was just 11-year-old due to complications of dengue. And basically the day she died, we also came to know that she had a co-infection of malaria. So at one point of time, I realized that I wanted to do something for the people in the rural areas.
मैं और मेरी वाइफ दोनों हैंडीकैप हैं और मैं उनको देखता था कि उनको ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम होती थी. उस नीड को, उस आवश्यकता को हमने एक इन्वेंशन में कन्वर्ट किया.
Ma'am, what you were seeing out there are a whole bunch of innovators from across editions of Aarohan who've gone through a personal tragedy which actually motivated them to create an incredible social innovation that helped the country. My question to you is this: why does it always or mostly require a personal tragedy to drive social innovation? What can we actually bring about the change in our country to have social innovation being celebrated as widely and as inspirationally as possibly for-profit innovation is?
Well, it's a very philosophical question, but what I have seen is a subjective way of thinking. People who are extremely sensitive do not require a personal tragedy. They will look at somebody else's and they think we should do something. For example, Bhagavan Buddha, or Buddha we call, or Gautama Siddhartha, he saw a dying man, he saw a person with a disease, he saw a dead body. Nothing happened in his family, but he felt it. There's something in life which brings sorrow, and I want to give a solution. He was a kind of a social entrepreneur in a way, giving counseling millions of people actually. And that sensitive person started a new way of thinking, saying that nothing is permanent in life. People who are in difficulties, that helped them a lot to overcome and accepting the reality. Whereas people like us will see a dead body, a man with a disease, but we will say, oh, the poor one, and will go away. Sensitive people respond faster for social innovation, or compassionate people always help people who are social innovators. Most of the people are very busy with their work. This is a reality. They are married, they have children, or they are aspiring for something. When it touches when the difficulties knocks their door, then they realize that some other world is there. Until that, normal people will not be able to do. But there are always sensitive people, like Florence Nightingale. There's an excellent book, Sumit, whenever you have time, you should read. Significant Sisters. It is an old English book, actually. It has 10 essays. These are the 10 women in England. It's related to England, but it's valid for any country. 10 women in England who fought without, with a tough war, and the exception was Florence Nightingale. All of them fought like a divorce, like oral contraceptives. And then, due to their own personal tragedies, they did. And today, divorce is easy. Oral contraceptives you get off the shelf. So, this is a book which really helped me to understand social innovations are needed. Some people get through this door, some people get that door, but ultimately they touch people.
Ma'am, another statistic that actually came across during this Aarohan journey was the number of innovations that we are seeing for people with disability. Now, as you're aware, India has over 60 million people who are suffering with some or another form of disability, little less than 5% of our population. That's a significant number of people, and yet we've seen products that are available in the market coming in from commercial organizations are either inaccessible or unaffordable. And as a result, the onus of creating affordable innovations from the heart for people with disability has come to the social innovators. Do you feel that's one of the primary mandates that social innovators should lead with to serve the underserved, or larger change is required for this to become more mainstream?
Well, if your country is small, I thought about it a lot. I was in Switzerland. I talked to the concerned person. What happens if the child has some disability? In a smaller country like Sweden, Switzerland, or such countries, they consider it is the state's responsibility. Any child which has some challenges, the state says it's our responsibility. They will pick up the child from the school, home, they take them to school, they have special teachers, they will try to bring them in the mainstream. This is possible when your population is small and educated. And you have also a mindset to improve the quality. In India, it is not only a country, it is a continent. India is a continent. And every 150 kilometers you travel, your language change, your dress code changes, your food habits change. So it becomes very difficult a place like India. And that is true after 1947, in 75 years. From riches to rags, actually. That's the way we have worked. Population is large, awareness is low, and there was no money for a long time until 1991, where there, we made the new policies. Until that, because I was born in 1950, I've seen how India was there in 1960, 70, 80, 90, and 2000 onwards. Things have changed tremendously. So I'm so sure over a period of time, these things will improve a lot. And Ministry of Social Justice, Education, all those people would like to do, but it takes time. Because the mass is large. Number of people are too many. So any change requires time. And in India, it requires more time because of this. And government is, not because of the politician I'm talking, but government is aware, because such questions are asked. How many people are disabled? What government has done? How much funding is given? Which area you are giving? What is the output of that? These are questions are coming, and over a period of time, I'm sure, will improve tremendously. And I hope for that.
And as structural changes come about at scale through public government interventions, till that time we'll continue to rely on our social innovators to keep plugging the gap. And on that note, I think it's time for me to invite two very, very special guests who have actually been an integral part of Aarohan, and someone who've truly contributed to creating a powerful innovation for the visually impaired. To begin with, I'd like to invite Sanskriti Daule. She is the creator of Annie, an audio-tactile device that supports the visually impaired to learn, read, write through Braille. She was awarded the Aarohan Innovation Award in 2018, and over these years, she has actually not only scaled tremendously in India, but has also gone global with a very different name. So we'll learn a little more about that. Welcome, Sanskriti. Please join us on stage. Good to have you. Thank you for coming. Please.
I just want to add a note. Many of my friends, they always tell, oh, we get bored at home. I said, how do you spend your time? They have WhatsApp groups, LKG to MA or BA, whatever degree they have achieved. They have LKG group, UKG group, it goes on increasing like this. So morning 8 o'clock they sit and they will send one message. replies emoji. Then that message is sent to the group second row, LKG to UKG. They say we spend 6 to 8 hours on WhatsApp. I told instead of that, instead of sending emoji then such WhatsApp, you can work 4 hours per day in some of the social sectors where we require good volunteers. But we don't do that way because we said, oh, it is not my problem. So I request, actually, it's not a public gathering. I would have told, don't spend time on WhatsApp, which is not essential. Instead, please volunteer. When you have when you see a lot of difficulties of others, then you always appreciate what God has given to you. Until that, you will never appreciate. So the good way to keep your mind happy is volunteer for good work. And somebody needs your help, please do that. That also expedites.
That's a powerful thought, and as you let that thought sink in, I have another very special guest. A young man of just 14 years of age, Prathamesh Sinha. Prathamesh, please join us, and as Prathamesh walks in, I will tell you a little bit about Prathamesh. He is the brand ambassador for Annie. He is a winner of the Divyang Bal Puraskar 2024, and he also happens to be a motivational speaker. Get a glimpse of that over the next few minutes as Prathamesh walks in. Hi, Prathamesh.
Yeah. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for the lovely introduction.
Okay, Prathamesh, I think there's a group of about 200 people in the audience, and they are very keen to hear about your story, but most importantly, they want to know what most of us can't find in decades, you found when you were 11 years old, which is incredible stage confidence and incredible command and comfort on the language. What's the secret recipe?
So, firstly, most important thing is acceptance. First, we need to accept to get confidence. Like, I'm visually impaired, so in the school, like it has happened to me that in the school, if someone is trying to tell me something, someone is bullying me, or anything is happening, so I know what are my capabilities and I know about my confidence, so I don't get affected. So firstly, most important thing is to accept yourself. Because when you will accept that, when you will stop complaining about God, about everything, then you will be able to proceed and get confidence. And the second thing is learning. So confidence comes when you have knowledge. So it is really important to learn, and learning doesn't have any age. You can learn anytime, anywhere, by anyone. So learning is a continuous process. Life is a learning. I believe that we should keep learning, and while we explore, learning is not only through books. It is through exploring, it is through traveling, and many things. So while you keep learning, your confidence keeps increasing, and apart from that, you have more knowledge to talk about. So yeah, this is the secret behind my confidence.
Thank you, Prathamesh. What a fantastic response. I think a lot for us, all of us, to think about. But I'll come to Sanskriti. Sanskriti 2018, Annie. We've seen what it has done to users like Prathamesh and the power of that product for the visually impaired. What I would like to hear from you is your story, your motivation to think about Annie, and more importantly, after being recognized on the stage in 2018, what has it meant for Annie's success over the next 7 years?
Thanks, Sumit. Good evening, everybody. I think, that early recognition was quite foundational because it was at such an early stage. And I was just talking to Prathamesh earlier, in any social entrepreneur's journey, that early stage gap is so important, because once you get traction, once you have a certain reach, the momentum starts building and it keeps snowballing. But at the very early stages, it's quite a desert. So it is at that stage that support and that recognition matters so much. And I'm exceedingly grateful to you all at Infosys Foundation, to you, ma'am, for supporting us at that early stage. Who knows, we might have never reached the stage we are at today, and we would not have gotten the opportunities that came later had it not been for that early support. Because not just, the financial support is absolutely a big deal for any entrepreneur. It means you can keep going for the next 4 more months. It is that simple, really. And having that support at that time was changing our trajectory in that very moment, but also in all of the times to come, because of the things we accomplished, the prototypes and the advancements that we built. I remember it was around 2019, right after Aarohan Awards, that we first met Prathamesh, and he was in 3rd standard back then. So, who knows, we would not have gotten to that stage. We might not have found a customer in his school, and we might not have been able to ship our Annies and install them and train him. And what happened next is history. So, it's not just the technology or the social entrepreneur that you all have enabled. It is literally kick-starting a mindset change in how disability inclusion is viewed on a national level. And it all started because of that one catalyst moment. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sanskriti, for dreaming and for actually making it successful. Prathamesh, what has Annie meant to you?
Can you repeat?
What has Annie, the innovation that you are a brand ambassador for, meant to you personally?
Yeah, so for me, Annie, firstly, I would like to share with you the traditional way of learning Braille. So, we have a Braille slate, a paper and a stylus, and we have to write on it by pricking on it. So that process is quite difficult, and for children that is sometimes gets quite difficult to write on Braille slate. But then Annie is here, so now reading and writing Braille has become easier through the Braille slate. So for me, Annie has enhanced the ease of use of ease of learning Braille, and Annie, it's a boon for visually impaired children. I remember at Shark Tank India, we were talking about Sanskriti Didi spoke that Annie is tech for good. We are trying to, use social innovation to solve a problem. We are trying to use social innovation for visually impaired children's empowerment. So for me, it is another way, another door open for inclusion. So Annie is for visually impaired children's empowerment, apart from that, inclusion. So that's what Annie means to me.
Thank you, Prathamesh. Thank you for that insight. My next question is for you, Mrs. Murthy and Sanskriti. Technology is all pervasive, and we've seen now how technology is becoming so integral to all the social innovations that we have seen recognized over the years. But in addition to technology and platforms like Aarohan, if you were to wish for structural changes in the ecosystem so that social innovators are celebrated and supported as much as, say, the other startup founders, what would those changes be in your mind?
Yes, when you are a tech innovator, you will get money as well as you are a celebrated businessman of the year, businesswoman of the year. But if you make like Annie or our Inali Foundation, that leg, okay? So they change they bring confidence in people, and it has to be celebrated. For that, we should have awareness. You know, the society should have awareness for these things, like what they have brought it. Apart from money is one portion, but for these people, happiness which is intangible, okay? For that, I think our society should be more educated, I feel. And we should celebrate, we have to make awareness by such programs. You should have many of Aarohans all around in our country and bring and talk, and like Modi ji has done for Prathamesh, that makes a great impact on other people. So people who are in an influential position should celebrate this and talk about it. That is one of the reasons I feel celebrate, you know, not only we talk about Hindi movie, Hindi music, this is a great innovation and great program. It is to be done with the most influential people. That helps a lot to bring awareness with the
So educate more, celebrate more.
Educate more first, then celebrate more later.
Got it.
You are from marketing, you know how to market it. But first you have to have the stuff with you. You have to educate and innovate first. Then you have to market it properly.
Sanskriti, as a founder, as a social innovator yourself, who've gone through the challenges of this journey, what would you wish for?
Well, I think, building on what ma'am said earlier about India being a continent, and so many of our issues boil down to the sheer size and number of people, I think that awareness has to be built across all stakeholders, because technology and technology solutions are the only thing that are the only things that are disproportionately scalable, that are going to scale that rapidly across a large population. The traditional methods will never scale at the rate that India needs. And so I think the Digital India campaign is a great example of that, where there's a movement to build awareness about why we should embrace digital tools. But we still have a long way to go as a country to sort of embrace that pathway, saying that technology is what will solve things at India scale. So adopting that, Aarohan is fantastic, because one of the jury members also said earlier that we give a special preference to tech solutions because they're going to scale disproportionately. And I think that is one thing that needs to change for social innovation and entrepreneurship as well, embracing technology for disproportionate scale.
So your message to social innovators is start thinking tech-first solutions. That's the only way to scale for success.
Absolutely. If we were a smaller country, maybe there were different ways. But for an India-scale country, this is the way. Yeah.
Great. Mrs. Murthy, my final question for this panel is for you. And this is looking at it from a vantage point of sitting in Delhi. There are a ton of social problems that the country faces. Of course, there are a whole series of innovators, and today from this platform, of course, there are a set of innovators in this room who are learning, but possibly we'll even broadcast your message more widely to social innovators across the country. If they're all hearing you today and you would wish for solutions to problems that you witness haven't necessarily found answers, what would be your list of top 3 or 4 issues for which social innovators should prioritize over the next couple of years?
There is a very nice saying in Kannada which you don't understand. Only Sunil Dharesh or a few people will understand. It's about social innovators, written about 50, 60 years back. I can roughly translate that. Do you remember who is that person who took husk away from the rice and found out the rice grain and boiled it and made edible rice? Do we remember who is the innovator who took, because in olden, thousands of years back, the paddy was there, and from paddy to edible rice, who made it? Who innovated that? Do we remember? We don't. Do you remember anyone starting, means this, A means that, E means this, a letter, which combination of letter made a word, combination of words made a sentence, and sentence is used in conversation? Do you remember that man or that woman who started writing A, I, E? We don't. So when people have done such a great work, ಅಕ್ಕಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನವನ್ನು ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದವರು ಯಾರು, ಅಕ್ಕರದೆ ಅಕ್ಷರವನ್ನು ಕಲಿಸಿದವರು ಯಾರು, that's the original. When we don't remember such great innovations were done, we don't remember. It's a human nature. Forgetting, the person who has helped you is a human nature, unfortunately. So next 2-3 years, you really want what I feel for our satisfaction, not people to remember us, is number one, we should have, a responsible, no, not correct word, responsible. We want the output of the project. Actually, that's the correct way for a person like you from Infosys. You give the input and you require an output. That means you spend money on innovation, but we want accountability on that. No, there is no accountability, there is no chart, there is nothing, no how much you spend, what innovation you have done, what is the output, how many people are affected by that, how many people have improved their lives. We don't have that data at all. It is very vague. I want in next few years, there should be a relation between the money spent, people use this innovation, people try this innovation, not that every innovation is successful. To be successful out of 100, even 25 is fine. Who are the innovators? What help government gave? What help company CSR people give? And what is the output? How many people are benefited? I want that data should be established within the next few years. Number two, people who really innovate well, they should be our ambassadors in our society in a very good way. We have to talk about them, show their product, make it good marketing of that. Number three, all people who feel they are getting bored, they should see that and learn. Like Prathamesh, he gave a profound answer, acceptance of the reality, which many books, many Gitas, Upanishads talk about that acceptance of reality. A child like him tells that. So many women who are wasting their time, they should understand that and use it for the benefit of the society. These are the three things I feel. Society should participate, government should be made accountable, work on this, and CSR or the company should market it well. Like software, how you market, you have to market this also.
So on that incredibly powerful note, all I have left to say is thank you for my great panel. I think it's been fantastic to have these insights, and I think we're ready to celebrate the winners of this evening. Congratulations once again to everyone that has come here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for innovating. Dhanyawad. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, Sumit. We would now request Sumit and Mrs. Murthy to share a token of appreciation with Prathamesh and Sanskriti. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep the applause going for our wonderful panel. Thank you, Prathamesh and Sanskriti, for being with us today. Mrs. Murthy and Sumit, I would request you to stay on stage, please. And I would now also request Sunil Kumar Dhareshwar, Trustee, Infosys Foundation, to join us on the stage. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, especially our finalists, the Aarohan Social Innovation Awards 2025. Let's begin with the Aarohan Social Innovation Jury Special Award winners' felicitation. The Jury Special Awards are given to ideas that hold immense promise and have the potential to scale and create a lasting impact. Our jury believes these change makers can achieve extraordinary outcomes with the right support. And tonight, we celebrate their vision and determination. The Aarohan 2025 Jury Special Awards carry a prize money of Rs 10 lakh along with mentorship and incubation. Everyone, let's make sure we applaud these innovators and winners of the Jury Special Awards as they come up on the stage. So are we ready? Let's do this. For the Jury Special Awards, let's meet our first winner from the education category.
My name is Rajagopal, and we have two innovations. One is called Exis and the other is called as Iris. So Exis is basically an electronic braille reader for the visually impaired child. And there is another big problem in visually impaired schools, that is the comprehension of diagrams. And Iris is an audio device which helps to understand the diagrams. The reason behind creating this is my colleague Vidya. She is visually impaired from child actually. So she had a big challenge starting from the childhood. She wanted to study maths and science. She was actively discouraged to do that. I was amazed at her tenacity, how she tried to do something for her community, and said that was made me to take this plunge. The challenges are connected to the requirements of the community. We have deployed around 800 Exis in 16 states in many schools. So we are seeing very positive reception from the students because they read content or they want to have more content. So our vision and goal will be to talk to as many students as possible, to reach out to as many visually impaired children in India as possible. Our Aarohan Social Innovation Award, for me, is a big initiative from Infosys Foundation to recognize the social innovators and helping the entrepreneurs to get visibility at that.
Congratulations Nagarajan, Rajagopal, Vidya Y and Supriya De for their innovation Hexis and Iris. We request you to come on stage, please. Hexis and Iris is the only Indian Braille learning ecosystem that combines a refreshable Braille display, a tactile diagram explorer, and a teacher content platform to enable advanced reading and STEM learning for K-12 special schools and inclusive classrooms. Thank you, Team Hexis and Iris, for this wonderful innovation. Next up, we have a winner from the healthcare category.
My name is Falgut Vyas, and the innovation we are working on is called Sukun. Sukun is a project to make cooling wearables for people working in hot environments. The technology functions on a hybrid IDEC system. So basically, it is a wearable in the embodiment of a full sleeve hoodie jacket. Solution is you protect the user from the external heat, and you take the heat from that the body is generating. The product is very interdisciplinary in nature. So making a optimal interdisciplinary calibration was one of the hardest things that we have to do. Our overall goal would be to create the future of wearable comfort. Aarohan Social Innovation Awards is a platform of opportunity.
Congratulations, Falgun Vyas, for the innovation Sukoon. Sukoon is a smart jacket based on a digital hybrid IDEC mechanism to cool a user in extreme heat stress areas to improve health and optimize productivity. Thank you so much, Falgun and Team Sukoon. We have 2 awards down in this category and 3 more to go. Our next winner in this is from the category of environmental sustainability.
My innovation is captive wildlife management. So this application basically tracks the animal's journey right from the first touch to its end, including its rescue details, where it came from, the location, its rehabilitation care. Through this award, if we win it, my hurdles can be resolved, especially to scale it up and to make it accessible to multiple people. Because we are living with wildlife all around, and coexistence is the only way forward. And that is our goal, to make sure that the society kind of works in harmony with wildlife around them. Aarohan Social Innovation Awards is an amazing platform for innovators to make sure that their innovations can cause a lasting impact or can result in a lasting impact.
Congratulations to Neha Panchamia and Nachiket Utpat for their innovation comprehensive wildlife management. It is so heartening to see innovation being done in this area. Thank you, Team CWM. And with that, we have 2 more awards to go in this category. Can we have the video for our next winner from the education category?
My name is Soumya. Our innovation is Project BIN, means focus in Sanskrit. So our initiative has 3 specialized teams. Number 1 is voice team, so comprising with visually impaired, so like me, so I'm 100% of blind. So visually impaired uses our technology like screen reader softwares like NVDA, JAWS and TalkBacks to perform the task. And the data team comprising with speech and hearing individuals. So they uses webcam, screen share and caption enabled tools to perform their actions. And the third one is power team, so comprising with the locomotive and wheelchair bound people. So they generally uses laptops, mobiles and other kinds of softwares to monitor the teams on the front and maintain the logistics and closes the loop. we need to empower more persons with disabilities and transform them as a leader. Our goal is very clear. So we have to provide economic independence. Aarohan Social Innovation Award is meant for those who are amazing innovators, social innovators.
Congratulations to Soumya S. and Pallavi Kulkarni for Project Bindu. We request team on stage, please. Project Bindu creates remote, tech-enabled work ecosystems for persons with disabilities, who in turn provide elderly care services, back-end support, data handling and coordination, enabling persons with disabilities to achieve economic independence and inclusion. Congratulations, Soumya and Pallavi. And with that, we have our last winner in the Jury Special Awards, which is from the healthcare category.
Hi, I'm Shayatini Pramanik, and the first product that we have worked on and brought out successfully into the market, SurveyCheck Self-Sampling Kit, which empowers women to collect sample with dignity. So it is a mechanically engineered device. It doesn't have any electrical parts involved in it. So SurveyCheck was born out of our own personal experiences and a personal loss. This is because when I went for my first periodic checkup, the pap test was really difficult for me to take because of various reasons, out of which the most important one that I can highlight or point out is the invasive questions that were asked. We lost our house help to cervical cancer, so that's how SurveyCheck was born. So it was a challenge for us to design a device which gives the woman a confidence. Out of the 1,700 women who were screened, there were about 4% positive cases. Our goal at Pragmatech is to make India cervical cancer free. So Aarohan Social Innovation Awards to us is a platform which will help us talk more about cervical cancer on national platforms and make cervical cancer elimination a reality.
Congratulations, Dr. Shayantini Pramanik, Anirban Palit, and Palna Patel for their innovations SurveyCheck. Congratulations, Dr. Pramanik. SurveyCheck is India's first CDSCO approved at-home self-sampling kit for the human papilloma virus screening. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we congratulate all the winners in the Aarohan Social Innovation Awards in the Jury Special Awards. Let's have a huge round of applause for all these 5 winners. Sumit and Sunil, thank you so much. We would request you to take your seats back in the audience. And Mrs. Murthy, we would request you to continue on stage because we have some more awards coming up. I hope you're all enjoying the energy in the room, and we need some more from you because things are about to get even more exciting. While the Jury Special Awards have already set the bar high, let me assure you that was just the warm-up. The next set of awards is what everyone's been waiting for. These are the Aarohan Social Innovation Category Awards with a prize money of rupees 50 lakhs along with mentorship and incubation. So with a drum roll in our hearts and a sense of anticipation in the air, I would like to invite our distinguished jury members, Mr. Abhijit Ray, co-founder Unitus Capital and UC Inclusive Credit, Miss Alina Alam, founder Mitti Cafe. Huge round of applause, people. We request you to join Mrs. Murthy on the stage. We will now announce the Aarohan Social Innovation Category Awards. These awards honor our top winners in each of the 3 categories of education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability. Let's see which innovations truly wowed the jury and are about to take home the big prize. Are you ready for it? Can I hear a cheer in the room? Let's go. Okay, so let's find out who's our winner in the category of education.
Every journey begins with a dream, but mine began with a reality check. In 2009, a newspaper headline shook me to my core. India was described as a nation of educated unemployables. I just couldn't believe it. But that article forced me to pause and ask, what can I do for so many others who are left behind? And that became the turning point. I wanted to bridge the gap. My father's work was an inspiration as well. I saw children with the brightest minds crushed by lack of opportunity. But traveling to rural schools for physical classes was not feasible. The distance and darkness made the traditional approach challenging. So our plan was digital education. And that is how connecting the dots became a reality. This was a pledge of resilience, a platform that tears down distance and economic barriers. We work with government schools. We take over the teaching of science and math and spoken English. We wanted to design a program that is intense and makes a measurable impact on children's learning, specifically in STEM education for students in grades 6 to 10. My most satisfying moment is when I see these students go on to pursue professional education. The dots we connect today are the stars of tomorrow's society.
Congratulations, Rajesh Rao, Ravindra Rao, and Deepa Raji for their innovation connecting the dots. Can we have you on the stage, please? Congratulations to team Connecting the Dots. Connecting the Dots is an interactive learning program designed to teach STEM and spoken English to government school students from grades 6 to 10 through daily live classes, lab kits, scholarships, and teacher training for effective learning. Are we ready for the next award? Let's hear it from the room. Are we ready for the next award in the category of healthcare?
During my days in defense, I was struck by the silent deaths, not to violence, but due to contaminated water. This invisible threat haunted me. I promised to arrest this killer. I had to build a system that would expose this threat. I discussed my vision and idea with my son, a technology that would generate instant data that can bring immediate measurable action. Basically, the device, we made it in such a way that the highly technical device can be used by the layman. And thus, Clix was born. My most satisfying moment is seeing the Anganwadi worker doing water testing on my device independently. A person has to take a sample. 1 or 2 chemicals are added in this, and that tube is put in the instrument, and after few seconds it gives the result. It tests more than 14 parameters, and the data is shared with the stakeholder directly. My ultimate dream is to impact 300 million lives positively through safe water quality management.
Congratulations Chitranjan Singh and Robin Singh for the innovation CLUIX C012. Can we have you on the stage, please? Congratulations to Team CLUIX C012, which is a portable AI and IoT-enabled water quality analyzer that generates real-time GPS-tagged reports. It tests 14 key parameters to identify waterborne diseases within 30 minutes, making reliable water testing easy, affordable, accessible, and sustainable across both urban and rural communities. Let's have a huge round of applause for our second category winners in healthcare. And I would also like to let the room know that we have our third jury member with us now, Ms. Aparna Upaluri, founder and principal advisor at Antara Advisory. Welcome, Aparna. Okay, we are down to the last award. Can we have some energy in the room and cheer for the last winner in the category of environmental sustainability? Here is our final winner.
I had a successful corporate career. I was really doing well, but I wanted to do something more. I took up farming, but my farm failed due to drying up of the borewell. What chance did a marginal farmer have? The ones who had nothing but hope. That is when I decided to work on borewells. We didn't need to find groundwater. We needed to recharge the borewells. That is when the bore charger idea was born. And it worked. Bore charger is a smart rainwater harvesting technique in which we undertake angiography of the borewell by putting underwater camera system into the borewell. We study the makeup of the borewell, and then we put our patented robotic tool into the borewell. Takes it to hydrogeologically appropriate depth, and we create perforations to the casing pipe from inside, so that filtered water will directly fall to the depth of the borewell. And because of this technology, existing non-performing borewells, they start giving water again. We have seen the farmers are able to take one extra crop. My most satisfying moment is to recharge a borewell and see a smile on a farmer's face.
My ultimate dream is to provide safe and sustainable water for all.
Congratulations, Rahul Bakare and Vineet Fadnis for Bore Charger. Can we have you on the stage, please? Everyone, let's give a huge round of applause to all the winners of Aarohan Social Innovation Awards 2025. What an evening it has been. Thank you, Mrs. Murthy, Abhijit, Alina and Aparna for recognizing the winners, and maybe request you to continue to be on stage as we have a little something for our jury as well. The Aarohan Awards celebrate how ordinary people achieve extraordinary impact. This year's winners inspire us all, paving the way for sustainable, community-first solutions that transform lives. Their creativity and compassion have set a powerful example, and we are proud to welcome them to the Aarohan family. Can we welcome them with a huge cheer and a round of applause? Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to recognize the remarkable dedication of our esteemed jury. These individuals have devoted their expertise and countless hours to thoughtfully reviewing each entry, evaluating not only the creativity and impact of the solutions, but also their potential to address real-world challenges at scale. Their commitment to fairness, attention to detail, and passion for social innovation have been instrumental in shaping the Aarohan Awards. We are deeply grateful for their guidance and support. I now invite Sumit and Sunil to also join Mrs. Murthy on stage to felicitate the jury members. please join me in giving a heartfelt round of applause to our distinguished jury. Once more, can we thank our jury for taking all their effort to introduce our winners? Thank you so much, everyone. You may now take your seat in the audience, please. I would request Sunil to stay on stage, please. To bring this inspiring evening to a close, please welcome Sunil Kumar Dhareshwar, Trustee Infosys Foundation, who is going to give us a glimpse of how we can chart the future of social innovation in this closing keynote.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we conclude this inspiring evening, I find myself reflecting on the power of ideas. Every solution that you've seen today began with one simple question, and that was, how do I make a change and a difference? That simple question is what drives true innovation. Innovation that starts with empathy and ends with impact. It's truly been an honor and a privilege to serve as a jury member. I've seen ideas that have born in classrooms in small towns, ideas that have used creativity and technology to solve challenges. Our innovators have shown that progress need not necessarily need perfect situations and conditions, but make a beginning by choosing to act. And that is the promise of Aarohan. Aarohan has been set up to be a catalyst for change, to ensure that innovation reaches the last mile, and to build a future where social purpose and technology goes hand in hand. Looking ahead, the role of social innovation in India cannot be overstated. It has the power to transform education, make healthcare accessible, and drive sustainability at scale. To our winners today, you are the architects of this future. Continue to believe in the ideas that make impact, and continue to lead with purpose the way you have been doing. I take this opportunity on behalf of Infosys Foundation and Aarohan Awards to congratulate all of you. Let us together build a nation where innovation is a shared responsibility and every idea that starts from the heart makes a change in the world. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you, Sunil, for those words and your commitment to social innovation. I now invite Arjun Rajan, Program Head of the Aarohan Awards, to propose the word of thanks.
That was rather an emotional moment, wasn't it? Just looking at all of you coming here on the stage, having spent this journey with us. Thank you so much. Aarohan has pretty much played out like a movie for us. And this is the part where the credits roll and every role gets its close-up. To our winners and finalists, you're all the lead actors of this movie, whose talent and dedication has brought this story alive. Mr. Sudhamurthy, the original director, who scripted our first Aarohan and continued to cheer us from the director's chair. Our trustees, Sumit and Sunil, you're our executive producers, offering us strategic direction, serving as jury, sponsoring us, and coaching us through every scene. Yes, I know you're probably thinking I'm coming back for the next Aarohan, but yes. Our jury members, Abhijit, Aparna, Alina, served as the sharp-eyed script reviewers. Your keen judgment and thoughtful feedback ensured only the most compelling stories made it to the final cut. Captain Shanti, the tactical operations chief, helping us navigate processes and compliances so seamlessly. Manisha, our producer, who greenlit this entire production and kept the vision absolutely clear for us to execute. Rishi, Anshul and team from PR, you're our narrators who spread our story far and wide. Sumantra and the CDG team, our wonderful cinematographers, they are behind all the magic that you all witnessed today and all of the films that they've all worked with you so closely on. It's all them. Our digital marketing team, headed by Bijo, our media strategists who help us amplify our voice from behind the curtain. Give grants, team Sumit and team, our critical editors, ensuring every cut was fair and precise. Neosoft Tech, the set designers and stage engineers who built and maintained our platform. Abu and team from Culture, I know some of you are here, our creative directors who shaped the vision behind the scene. DDB Mudra and Densu, our distributors who expanded our reach to every audience. All of the supporting crew from within Infosys, our data privacy teams, CCD, ISG, legal, our Mysore call center folks who all joined us here today, catering, facilities, security, hospitality and transport. All of you are a production crew who really made sure every detail fell into place. Team Branded, led by Deepa and all of you here, thank you so much. Our live event producers who ensured every scene kept running on time and on point. Thank you all so much. All of you spread all over the room. And finally, the Aarohan core team. Harleen, Anisha, Ananya and Sanjana. You're all the executive producers, assistant directors, editors, and sometimes the entire crew in one. Without you all, this production wouldn't roll. So if I missed anyone, you're all part of the special thanks, the unsung heroes of our film. Thank you all for making Aarohan a production worth watching. Please enjoy the rest of the evening and congrats again.
Arjun, you forgot to thank yourself. Thank you for doing all of this. May I now request all the winners, the jury members, trustees, and the Aarohan core team to join us on the stage for a photograph to commemorate this special evening. Please join us on the stage. All the winners, the jury members, trustees, and the Aarohan core team.